Have you ever felt trapped by worry, like your mind's stuck in a storm? I get it. We've all been there. Scrolling late, heart racing, thoughts spiraling. But what if the Buddhist teaching of impermanence could free your heart today? The Buddha said, all things pass, like clouds in the sky. Yet we cling, thinking our fears are forever. That's the lie we'll unravel. Join me to explore how embracing change calms anxiety, using Zen wisdom and real stories. Ready to find peace? Let's dive into this journey together. Hey, let's talk about Sarah, a 32-year-old office worker in Chicago. Her days were a blur of deadlines, emails, and that gnawing anxiety that wouldn't quit. Sound familiar? She'd lie awake, heart pounding, worrying about tomorrow's meetings, yesterday's mistakes. It felt permanent, like she'd never escape. But here's where impermanence, a core Buddhist teaching, changed everything. The Buddha taught that all things arise and pass, like waves on a shore. Sarah's anxiety wasn't a fixed truth, it was a passing cloud. Let's explore why we cling to worry and how letting go starts with seeing change clearly. Anxiety thrives because we treat it as solid, unchangeable. We think, this is me. I'm just an anxious person. But Zen teachings say nothing lasts forever. That meeting you're dreading, it'll end. That mistake you made, it'll fade. Sarah learned this through a simple story from Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen master. He said, look at a flower. It blooms, it wilts, yet it's still beautiful. Her worries were like that flower, temporary, not her whole story. This shifted her perspective, but how did she start applying it? First, Sarah noticed her thoughts. She'd catch herself spiraling, thinking, I'll fail this project. I'm not good enough. Instead of fighting it, she'd pause, breathe, and say, this thought is passing. It's not me. This is mindfulness, a Zen practice that helps you see thoughts as fleeting, not facts. The Buddha said, you are not your mind. By observing her anxiety without judgment, Sarah began to loosen its grip. It wasn't easy, but it was freeing. Have you ever tried watching your thoughts like clouds? Let's break down why anxiety feels so sticky. Our brains are wired to hold on to threats, a survival trick from ancient times. But today, it's less about tigers and more about emails piling up. We obsess, replaying worst-case scenarios, thinking we can control them. Zen teachings challenge this. They say clinging creates suffering. Sarah's aha moment came when she realized her worry wasn't protecting her. It was trapping her. By accepting impermanence, she saw her fears as temporary visitors, not permanent residents. This opened the door to calm. Now, let's get practical. Sarah started a tiny Zen habit, the 3-breath pause. When anxiety hit, she'd stop, take 3 slow breaths, and notice her surroundings. A ticking clock, the coolness of her desk. This grounded her, pulling her back to the present. The Buddha taught that the present is where peace lives. Try it now. Breathe in, out, 3 times. Feel your feet on the ground. See? You're here. Not in tomorrow's worries. Sarah did this daily, and it became her anchor. What's your anchor when anxiety creeps in? But Sarah didn't stop there. She dove deeper with a Zen journal. Each night, she'd write one worry, then ask, will this matter in a week? A month? Most didn't. This echoed the Buddha's wisdom. What is will cease to be. By seeing her fears as fleeting, Sarah felt lighter. Her journal wasn't about fixing anxiety, it was about understanding it. Zen isn't about erasing pain, but seeing it clearly. Have you ever written down a worry and realized it's smaller than it feels? Let's address a common myth: accepting impermanence means giving up. People think, if everything passes, why bother trying? But Zen teachings flip this. Because life changes, every moment is precious. Sarah stopped wasting energy on endless worry. She focused on what she could do today: nailing a presentation, calling a friend. The Buddha said, do what is needed, then let go. This freed Sarah to act without being paralyzed by fear. Isn't it liberating to know nothing has to define you forever? Sarah's story shows how impermanence can shift your relationship with anxiety. It's not about never feeling worried, it's about not letting worry own you. Zen teachings remind us that life is a river, always flowing. When you stop fighting the current, you find peace. Sarah's still a work in progress, but she's calmer, more present. Her 3-breath pause and journal are tools you can try too. Ready to take a step? Let's keep going, exploring how to make this wisdom part of your life. Hey, let's dive back into Sarah's journey, our Chicago office worker battling anxiety. Last time, she discovered impermanence, seeing worries as passing clouds. But knowing something and living it? Totally different, right? Sarah needed tools to make Zen teaching stick in her hectic life. Today, we'll explore how she deepened her practice, using Buddhist wisdom to tame her racing mind. The Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Let's unpack a simple Zen meditation Sarah used, plus a story that flipped her view on worry. Ready to try it yourself? Sarah's anxiety often hit during her commute. Packed trains, honking cars, her mind buzzing with, what if I'm late? She felt trapped, like stress was her identity. But Zen teachings say, you're not your thoughts. Thich Nhat Hanh taught, feelings come and go like waves. You are the ocean. Sarah started a Zen meditation called Noting Practice. Sitting quietly, she'd name her thoughts worry, planning, fear. No fighting, just noticing. This helped her see anxiety as temporary, not her. Ever tried naming your thoughts to loosen their grip? Here's how it worked. Each morning, Sarah sat for 5 minutes, eyes closed, breathing slowly. When a thought popped up, like, I'll mess up that report, she'd say, thinking, and return to her breath. The Buddha taught that mindfulness cuts suffering's root. By noting without clinging, Sarah's mind felt lighter. Her anxiety didn't vanish, but it lost power. She wasn't battling thoughts. She was watching them pass, like leaves on a stream. This Zen practice became her daily reset. Want to try 5 minutes of noting right now? Why does this help? Anxiety grows when we fuse with thoughts, believing their truth. I'm a failure, you think, and it feels permanent. But impermanence says no thought lasts. Zen Master Dogen wrote, the mind is like the moon on water, ever changing. Sarah's noting practice showed her thoughts as fleeting reflections, not reality. Studies show mindfulness reduces anxiety by 20% in 8 weeks. Sarah felt calmer, even in chaotic meetings. She'd smile, thinking, this stress, it'll pass. Isn't it wild how a pause can shift everything? Now, a Buddhist story that hit Sarah hard. A monk asked his master, why do I suffer? The master said, "You suffer because you hold the wind." The monk realized he was grasping fleeting things, praise, success. Sarah saw herself here. She'd cling to perfect outcomes, fearing failure, but impermanence taught her to let go. That report she stressed over, done in a day, that argument with a coworker, forgotten in a week, letting go didn't mean giving up. It meant freedom. What are you holding on to right now? Sarah added a tool, the impermanence check. When anxiety spiked, she'd ask, "Is this permanent?" Most worries weren't. That looming deadline? Temporary. That harsh email? Just words. The Buddha said, "All conditioned things are impermanent." This question was her lifeline, pulling her back to reality. She'd pair it with a deep breath, feeling her body relax. It's like hitting reset on your mind. Try it next time you're stressed. Ask, "Is this forever?" See how it shifts your perspective. What worry could you check today? Here's a trap Sarah faced expecting instant peace. Some days, noting practice felt useless. Anxiety still crept in. People think Zen means no emotions, but that's a myth. Zen teachings embrace feelings as passing. The Buddha taught, acknowledge pain. Don't let it rule you. Sarah learned to be kind on tough days, saying, "It's okay, this will pass." This self-compassion, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, kept her going. She'd take a walk, notice the breeze, and feel lighter. Ever given yourself permission to feel without judgment? Sarah's commute became her practice ground. Instead of spiraling, she'd note anxiety, breathe, and check. Is this permanent? Her mind settled, even in rush hour chaos. Zen teachings gave her a lens to see life's flow, not fight it. She wasn't cured, but freer. One day, a coworker noticed her calm and asked, "How do you stay chill?" Sarah shared her noting practice, sparking a lunch break meditation group. Small steps, big impact. You can start small too. 5 minutes of noting, one impermanence check. That's enough. But Sarah's journey wasn't just about tools. She began seeing beauty in impermanence. A rainy day, a kind stranger, a tough meeting, all passing moments, all precious. The Buddha said, "In every moment, there is eternity." Sarah started savoring the now, not chasing a perfect future. This shift eased her anxiety more than she expected. Her story shows how Zen wisdom can ground you, even in a stormy world. Ready to make these tools yours? Let's keep going, exploring how to live this wisdom every day. Hey, we're back with Sarah, our Chicago office worker finding calm through impermanence. Her noting practice and impermanence check helped, but work anxiety still crept in. Ever feel like your job's a pressure cooker? Sarah did. Juggling deadlines, meetings, that fear of slipping up. Today, we'll see how she wove Zen teachings into her workday, using Buddhist wisdom to ease stress. The Buddha said, "In the present moment, there is no suffering." Let's dive into new Zen tools Sarah discovered, plus stories that showed her how to flow with change. Ready to find calm at work? Sarah's toughest moments hit midweek. Wednesdays were brutal. Back-to-back meetings, emails flooding, her boss breathing down her neck. Her heart raced, thoughts spiraling. I can't keep up. I'll fail. It felt like anxiety owned her. Zen teachings reminded her nothing's permanent. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "Each moment is new. Let go of the last." Sarah tried a Zen tool called the one-moment anchor. In a stressful meeting, she'd focus on one thing: her pen, her breath, for 10 seconds. This pulled her back to now. Ever anchored yourself when stress hits? Here's how it worked. In a tense meeting, her boss snapped about a missed deadline. Her mind screamed, "I'm done for." Instead of panicking, Sarah touched her pen, felt its smoothness, breathed deeply for 10 seconds. The Buddha taught, the present is your refuge. This pause stopped her spiral. She could think clearly, respond calmly. The one moment anchor became her secret weapon, usable anywhere: desk, train, coffee breaks. It's simple: pick one thing, focus, breathe. Want to try it when your inbox explodes? Why does this help? Our minds get stuck in future fears or past mistakes, fueling anxiety. Impermanence says this moment is all you have. Zen master Suzuki Roshi said, each moment is complete, nothing lacks. Sarah's anchor kept her present, not lost in what ifs. Our research shows brief mindfulness breaks cut stress by 15% in high-pressure jobs. Sarah's shoulders relaxed, thoughts slowed. She'd whisper, "This moment's enough." It wasn't magic, but powerful. Isn't it amazing how 10 seconds can reset your day? A Buddhist story clicked for Sarah. A farmer came to the Buddha, upset about failing crops. "Why does everything change?" he asked. The Buddha replied, "Change is life's nature. Embrace it for peace." The farmer worked with each season, not against it. Sarah saw her job like that: deadlines, criticism, seasons, not forever. Embracing impermanence let her focus on now, like revising a report or asking for help. She wasn't fighting change. She was flowing with it. What work stress could you see as a passing season? Sarah built another tool, the Workday Release. At day's end, she'd spend 2 minutes listing 3 things to let go: a rude email, a fumbled presentation, a harsh comment. She'd write them, say, "This is done. It's passing." The Buddha said, letting go is liberation. This cleared her mind, so work stress didn't follow her home. It's like shutting a laptop on worries. Try it. Write one thing from today you can release. Feels lighter, right? What's on your release list? But Sarah wanted more. Her anchor and release worked, but multitasking still overwhelmed her. She found a new Zen practice, mindful task focus. Instead of juggling 10 tasks, she'd pick one, say, drafting an email, and give it her full attention for 10 minutes. Zen teachings say, do one thing with your whole heart. She'd mute notifications, breathe, and focus. The Buddha taught, the mind that wanders loses peace. This practice cut her anxiety, boosted her work quality. Ever tried focusing on one task to feel calmer? Let's hear another story that shook Sarah. A young monk complained to his master, "My meditation fails. Thoughts keep coming." The master smiled. "Good. Let them come. Let them go, like birds flying by." Sarah realized her scattered mind wasn't a failure. Thoughts weren't enemies. They were visitors. During mindful task focus, if her mind drifted, she'd gently say, "Drifting," and return to her task. This acceptance, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, made work feel less chaotic. What thoughts distract you at work? Can you let them pass? Sarah hit a snag, though. Some days, her tools felt useless. Stress still won. People think Buddhist practices erase pain, but that's a myth. Zen teachings say pain is life. Suffering comes from resisting. The Buddha taught, meet each moment with openness. Sarah learned to accept bad days, saying, "This is tough. It'll pass." She'd take a walk, notice the breeze, feel lighter. This self-compassion kept her going. Ever let yourself have a rough day without fighting it? It's freeing, isn't it? Sarah's workday shifted. During a chaotic project, she'd use her one-moment anchor, focus on one task, release mistakes at day's end. Her calm stood out. A coworker, Tom, snapped during a meeting, stressed about a client. Sarah shared her anchor trick over coffee. Tom tried it, said, "I actually survived that call." They started a mini mindfulness group, pausing together before big meetings. Zen teachings weren't just saving Sarah, they were spreading. The Buddha said, "One candle lights thousands." Ever shared a calming trick with a friend? But Sarah's growth went deeper. She began seeing impermanence's beauty. A stressful day, a kind email, a tough client, all passing moments, all precious. Zen Master Dogen said, "Each moment holds the universe." Sarah savored small things. A coworker's laugh, sunlight on her desk. This eased her anxiety more than she expected. She wasn't chasing a stress-free life. She was living this one. Ever noticed how noticing the little things shifts your mood? What's one moment you could savor today? Let's tackle a misconception. Some say Zen makes you passive, like you're dodging life's challenges. Wrong. Zen teachings empower action by freeing you from fear. Sarah stopped obsessing over perfect outcomes. If a presentation flopped, she'd think, "It's done, next chance." The Buddha said, "Act with clarity, then release." This let Sarah take risks, like pitching a bold idea. Her boss noticed her confidence. Impermanence gave her courage, not apathy. Isn't it liberating to know mistakes don't define you? Sarah's not anxiety-free, but she's freer. Her tools: one-moment anchor, workday release, mindful task focus, grounded her in impermanence. She flows with work's chaos, not against it. One day, during a hectic week, she paused, used her anchor, and nailed a client pitch. Her coworker, Tom, joined her mindfulness group, and their team's vibe shifted. Zen teachings ripple outward. You don't need to be perfect. Start small. 10 seconds, 2 minutes, one task. That's enough. Ready to bring this calm to your workday? Let's keep exploring. Hey, we're back with Sarah, our Chicago office worker, mastering impermanence at work. Her one-moment anchor and workday release tame job stress. But what about home? Ever feel anxiety follows you, creeping into quiet moments? Sarah did, worrying about bills, relationships, the future. Today, we'll see how she brought Zen teachings home, using Buddhist wisdom to calm her heart. The Buddha said, "All that arises passes away. This is freedom." Let's explore new Zen practices Sarah embraced, plus stories that reshaped her fears. Ready to find peace in your personal life? Sarah's anxiety didn't clock out at 5. At home, on her couch, scrolling her phone, she'd stress over unpaid bills or a friend's cold text. Her mind raced, what if I can't pay rent? What if they're mad forever? It felt heavy, permanent. Zen teachings say nothing lasts. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote, "The wave rises, falls, the ocean remains." Sarah started heart space meditation. She'd sit, breathe, feel emotions without fighting them. This let her see anxiety as passing waves, not walls. Ever tried sitting with your feelings? Just letting them be? Here's how it worked. Each evening, Sarah found a quiet corner, lit a candle, sat for 10 minutes. She'd breathe deeply, noticing worry or sadness, saying, "This is here. It's okay." The Buddha taught, in seeing clearly, you find peace. By feeling emotions as temporary, Sarah's heart softened. Her anxiety didn't vanish, but it felt less like a cage. Heart space meditation became her nightly ritual, a safe space to rest. She'd end with a sigh, feeling lighter. Want to try 10 minutes of feeling your heart tonight? Why does this help? We run from emotions, thinking they'll swallow us. Impermanence says feelings pass. Pema Chodron said, "You are the sky. Emotions are clouds." Sarah's meditation let worry drift, not define her. Studies show meditation lowers anxiety by 25% over time. Sarah slept better, laughed more, telling herself, "This worry's just visiting." It wasn't instant calm, but real progress. She'd smile, noticing her cat's purr, feeling present. Isn't it wild how sitting with feelings frees you from their grip? A Buddhist story shifted Sarah's view. A woman asked the Buddha, "How do I stop fearing loss?" He pointed to a river, saying, "It flows, yet it's always here." The woman saw loss as life's flow, not an end. Sarah related fearing lost friends, money, stability. Impermanence showed nothing's truly lost. It transforms. That friend's text? A moment, not a breakup. That tight budget? A phase, not forever. This eased her fears, like a weight lifting. What loss are you fearing that's just a river's flow? Sarah added a Zen tool, the gratitude pause. Before bed, she'd list 3 things: a warm coffee, a kind neighbor, a sunny walk, saying, "These moments pass, but they're precious." The Buddha taught, joy is in the now. This shifted Sarah from lack to abundance. Her anxiety quieted as she savored joys. It's like flipping a heart switch. She'd jot notes in a journal, smiling at small wins. Try it. Name one thing today you're grateful for. Feels good, right? What's on your gratitude list? But Sarah wanted deeper calm. Her meditation helped, but big worries, like family tension, still shook her. She found a new practice, letting go breath. When stressed, she'd breathe in, thinking, "I hold this worry," then breathe out, "I release it." Zen teachings say, clinging creates suffering. This practice, done 5 times, helped Sarah release fears about her mom's health or a sibling's distance. The Buddha taught, let go, find freedom. It's simple. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, release. Ever tried breathing out a worry to feel lighter? Another Buddhist story hit home. A man carried a heavy load across a river, even after reaching the shore. The Buddha asked, "Why carry what you no longer need?" The man dropped it, feeling free. Sarah saw herself carrying old fears, past fights, future what-ifs. Her letting go breath helped her drop them. That argument with her mom? Done, not her burden. That fear of loneliness? Just a thought, not truth. This practice made her home feel lighter, safer. What heavy load could you drop today? Sarah stumbled, though. Some nights, her practices felt pointless. Anxiety lingered. People think Zen erases pain, but that's a myth. Zen teachings embrace emotions as fleeting. The Buddha said, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Sarah learned to be gentle, saying, "This is hard. It'll pass." She'd make tea, sit by her window, notice stars. This self-kindness, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, kept her steady. She'd hum a tune, feeling human, not broken. Ever given yourself grace when life's heavy? It's quiet strength, isn't it? Sarah's home life transformed. Instead of scrolling in panic, she'd meditate, pause for gratitude, breathe out worries. One night, her mom called, stressed about a doctor's visit. Sarah shared her letting go breath, guiding her mom through it. Her mom said, "I feel lighter, honey." They bonded, anxiety fading into connection. Zen teachings rippled outward. The Buddha said, "A kind act lights the world." Sarah wasn't perfect. Bills still nagged. But she flowed with life's waves. Ever helped family find calm with a simple trick? But Sarah's shift went beyond tools. She saw impermanence's beauty, a rainy evening, a friend's laugh, a tough call, all passing, all precious. Zen Master Dogen said, "Each moment holds the universe." Sarah savored the now, a cup of tea, her mom's voice. This eased anxiety more than expected. She wasn't chasing a perfect life. She was living this one. One evening, she watched a sunset, thinking, "This fades, but it's enough." Ever noticed how small moments shift your heart? What's one you could savor? Let's clear a misconception. Some say Zen makes you detached, like you stop caring. Wrong. Zen teachings deepen care by freeing you from clinging. Sarah worried about her mom's health, but didn't spiral. She'd call, listen, then let go, saying, "I've done what I can." The Buddha taught, love without grasping. This lets Sarah be present with loved ones, not lost in fear. Her relationships grew warmer, more honest. Isn't it freeing to care deeply without being trapped by worry? Sarah's not anxiety-free, but she's freer. Her heart space meditation, gratitude pause, and letting go. Breath, grounded in impermanence, helped her face personal fears with courage. One night, after a tough day, she meditated, breathed out a worry, and felt calm wash over her. Her friend Mia joined her for a gratitude chat, sharing small joys. Zen teachings built a calmer home. You don't need perfection. 10 minutes, 3 thoughts, 5 breaths. That's enough. Ready to bring this home? Let's keep unpacking ways to free your heart. Hey, we're back with Sarah, our Chicago office worker finding peace through impermanence. Her heart space meditation and gratitude pause calmed her personal life. But what about sticking with it? Ever struggle to keep good habits? Like anxiety pulls you back? Sarah did, slipping into old patterns, skipping meditation, procrastinating. Today, we'll see how she built discipline with Zen teachings, using Buddhist wisdom to stay steady. The Buddha said, "Discipline is the path to liberation." Let's explore new Zen tools Sarah used, plus stories that fueled her focus. Ready to build calm consistency in your life? Sarah's biggest hurdle wasn't starting. It was staying consistent. Mornings, she'd planned to meditate, but distractions piled up: emails, social media, just one more episode. Anxiety crept in, whispering, "You're too busy, skip it." It felt like failure was her fate. Zen teachings say, discipline isn't force, it's clarity. Thich Nhat Hanh taught, each breath is a new beginning. Return to it. Sarah started a Zen practice called Mindful Routine Builder. She'd pick one small habit, 5 minutes of meditation, and commit daily, no excuses. Ever tried sticking to one tiny habit to feel in control? Here's how Sarah made it work. Each morning, she'd set a timer, sit by her window, breathe for 5 minutes. No phone, no distractions. If her mind wandered, she'd say, drifting, and refocus. The Buddha taught, the mind is tamed by returning again and again. This tiny act built momentum. Her anxiety didn't vanish, but she felt stronger, like she was steering her day. Mindful routine. Builder wasn't about perfection, it was about showing up. She'd end with a smile, thinking, I did it. Want to try 5 minutes of focus tomorrow? Why does this help? Discipline falters when we chase big wins, ignoring small steps. Impermanence says every moment's a fresh start. Zen master Shunryu Suzuki said, each small act is complete. Sarah's routine taught her consistency, not grand gestures, tames anxiety. Studies show small habits boost self-control by 30% in a month. Sarah felt calmer, less scattered. She'd tell herself, this moment's mine to shape. It wasn't flawless, but it was empowering. Isn't it amazing how one small choice can anchor your whole day? A Buddhist story lit Sarah's path. A monk struggled to meditate daily, frustrated by lapses. His master said, a river carves a canyon, drop by drop. The monk saw discipline as steady effort, not instant mastery. Sarah related. Her missed meditations weren't failures. They were chances to restart. Impermanence meant no slip to find her. She'd miss a day, then sit again, thinking, this is my drop. This mindset kept her going, building a calm routine. What habit have you dropped that you could restart just for today? Sarah added a Zen tool, the intention anchor. Before starting her day, she'd pause, set one clear intention, like, I'll meditate at 7, or I'll finish one task before lunch. She'd write it on a sticky note, stick it to her laptop. The Buddha taught, intention shapes action. This anchor kept her focused, cutting through anxiety's fog. It's like a compass for your day. Sarah's sticky notes piled up, proof of her progress. Try it, set one intention for tomorrow. Feels grounding, doesn't it? What's your intention? But Sarah hit bumps. Some weeks, life derailed her. Late nights, family calls, endless to-dos. She'd skip meditation, feel guilty, spiral, I'm failing again. People think Zen means rigid perfection, but that's a myth. Zen teachings embrace impermanence, even in discipline. The Buddha said, begin where you stand. Sarah learned to restart gently, saying, today's a new day. She'd light a candle, sit for 3 minutes, rebuild. This flexibility, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, kept her steady. Ever forgiven yourself for slipping and just started again? Sarah's discipline grew. She'd meditate daily, plan tasks, stick to intentions. Her anxiety eased as routines grounded her. One day, her co-worker Tom, frazzled by procrastination, vented, I can't get it together. Sarah shared her intention anchor, suggesting he try one daily goal. Tom started small, 10 minutes of focused work, and felt clearer. They swapped sticky notes, laughing over their wins. Zen teachings rippled outward. The Buddha said, one steady step inspires others. Ever helped a friend build a habit with a simple trick? Another story deepened Sarah's resolve. A traveler asked a Zen master, how do I find the path? The master replied, walk, and the path appears. Sarah saw discipline as walking, not waiting for perfection. Her mindful routine builder wasn't about never slipping. It was about taking the next step. When she skipped meditation, she'd think, the path's still here. This kept anxiety from derailing her. She'd sit, breathe, start again. What's one step you could take today to walk your path? Sarah faced a hectic month of deadlines, and family stress. Her routine wobbled, but she used a new Zen tool, the pause and pivot. When overwhelmed, she'd stop, breathe, ask, what's one thing I can do now? Maybe it was meditating for 2 minutes or writing one email. Zen teachings say, the present holds all answers. This pivot kept her moving, not frozen by anxiety. It's like turning the wheel of your day. Try it, pause. Pick one small action. What's one thing you could do right now? But let's clear a misconception. Some say Zen discipline makes you lazy, like you're avoiding effort. Wrong. Zen teachings fuel action by clearing mental clutter. Sarah didn't procrastinate less by magic. Her intention anchor and pause and pivot gave her clarity to act. The Buddha taught, effort with wisdom is freedom. Sarah tackled tasks with focus, not fear. She'd finish a report, think, done, let it go. This discipline boosted her confidence, even earning a nod from her boss. Isn't it freeing to act without anxiety holding you back? Sarah's not a monk, but she's disciplined. Her mindful routine builder, intention anchor, and pause and pivot, grounded in impermanence, helped her stay steady. One morning, after a rough night, she meditated, set an intention, and felt calm return. Tom joined her routine, and their team started focus hours. Even her sister, struggling with chaos, tried Sarah's pause and pivot, saying, I'm actually getting stuff done. Zen teachings built a calmer life, rippling to her family, friends. You don't need perfection. 5 minutes, one intention, one pause. That's enough. Ready to build your own calm discipline? Let's keep exploring ways to free your heart from anxiety's pull. Hey, we're back with Sarah, our Chicago office worker weaving impermanence into her life. Her mindful routine, builder and intention anchor, brought discipline. But could she sustain it long term? Ever wonder if calm habits fade when life gets tough? Sarah did, facing stress spikes that tested her Zen. Today, we'll see how she solidified her practice, using Buddhist wisdom to stay grounded. The Buddha said, persistence turns a spark into a flame. Let's explore new Zen tools Sarah embraced, plus stories that kept her committed. Ready to make peace a lasting part of your life? Sarah's progress was real, but life didn't pause. A big work project, family drama, Chicago's brutal winter hit hard. Anxiety whispered, your calm won't last. She'd miss meditation, feel shaky, think, I'm losing it. Zen teachings say impermanence applies to practice too. Ebbs and flows are natural. Thich Nhat Hanh taught, return to your breath always. Sarah started a Zen practice called Daily Zen Reset. She'd pause, breathe, recommit to one mindful act, like meditating or journaling. This kept her anchored. Ever tried resetting your focus in a storm? Here's how it worked. Mornings, Sarah sat for 5 minutes, breathed deeply, said, today, I choose presence. If she skipped a day, she'd reset the next, picking one act, a mindful walk, a gratitude note. The Buddha taught, each moment is a new gate to peace. This reset kept her practice alive, even on chaotic days. Her anxiety didn't vanish, but she felt rooted, like a tree bending, not breaking. Daily Zen reset was her way of saying, I'm still here. Want to try a 5-minute reset to start your day? Why does this help? Long-term habits die when we demand perfection. Impermanence says every day's a fresh chance. Zen Master Dogen said, to practice is to begin endlessly. Sarah's resets built resilience, not rigidity. Studies show consistent mindfulness cuts anxiety by 35% over 6 months. Sarah felt steadier, less rattled. She'd tell herself, this day's mine to shape. It wasn't seamless, but sustainable. Her journal filled with reset dates, proof of progress. Isn't it powerful how recommitment keeps calm burning bright? A Buddhist story fueled Sarah's grit. A monk climbed a mountain daily to meditate, despite storms. A villager asked, why persist? The monk replied, each step is the summit. Sarah saw her practice like that. Missed days weren't defeats. Each reset was a step. Impermanence meant no failure was final. She'd stumble, sit again, think, this is my summit. This made her practice a journey, not a race. She'd light a candle, breathe, restart. What habit have you let slip that you could restart as a single step? Sarah added a Zen tool, the anchor of why. When motivation waned, she'd pause, ask, why do I practice? Her answer, less anxiety, more joy, kept her going. She'd write, I meditate to live, not survive. The Buddha taught, right intention fuels action. This anchor cut through doubt, like a lighthouse in fog. Sarah's journal pages grew, each why a spark. She'd reread them, feel renewed. Try it, ask why you want calm. Feels clarifying, doesn't it? What's your why for finding peace? But Sarah faced deeper challenges. A family argument drained her. Meditation felt empty. She'd spiral. This isn't working. People think Zen's a quick fix, but that's a myth. Zen teachings thrive on patience. The Buddha taught, steady effort overcomes all. Sarah trusted the process, saying, this dip will pass. She'd reset with a short meditation, sip tea mindfully, keep going. This patience, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, was her strength. She'd notice her breath, feel human, not broken. Ever trusted a habit through a rough patch? Sarah's practice deepened. She reset daily, anchored to her why, stayed mindful in chaos. Her neighbor Lisa saw her meditating on her balcony, asked, how do you stay calm? Sarah shared her daily Zen reset, suggesting a mindful pause. Lisa tried it, felt lighter, and they started a weekly meditation circle at a local cafe. Zen teachings rippled outward. The Buddha said, one flame lights countless others. Sarah's calm lifted her community, drawing co-workers, neighbors. Ever inspired someone with a small habit you love? Another story cemented Sarah's resolve. A farmer sowed seeds yearly despite droughts. A traveler asked, why bother? The farmer said, each seed is hope, each year a lesson. Sarah saw her practice as planting seeds. Some days bore fruit, calm, clarity, others didn't. Impermanence meant every effort counted. She'd miss a reset, recommit, think, this is my seed. This made her practice lifelong, not a fad. She'd journal, smile, keep sowing. What's one seed you could plant today for your peace? Sarah tried a new Zen tool, mindful reflection pause. At day's end, she'd spend 5 minutes reflecting. What went well? What can I release? She'd note one win, maybe a calm moment, and one worry to let go, like a tense call. Zen teachings say, reflection clears the mind, This pause helped her see progress, not just struggles. The Buddha taught, know yourself, find freedom. Sarah's reflections built confidence. Her anxiety felt smaller. Try it. Reflect on one win today. Feels grounding, right? What's your win? Sarah faced a big test, a work crisis, and a friend's illness hit at once. Anxiety surged, but she used the moment of return. She'd stop, breathe, return to one mindful act, sipping tea slowly, noticing its warmth. Zen teachings say, the present is your home. This return kept her grounded, not lost in worry. It's like finding footing in a storm. She'd pause, feel her breath, stay present. Try it, do one thing mindfully now. What's one act you could return to in this moment? Another Buddhist story inspired Sarah. A weaver crafted a tapestry, thread by thread, despite setbacks. A visitor asked, why keep weaving? She said, each thread is the whole. Sarah saw her practice as a tapestry. Each reset, reflection, return added a thread. Impermanence meant no mistake unraveled her work. She'd falter, then weave again, thinking, this thread matters. This vision made her practice enduring, beautiful. What's one thread you could add to your life's tapestry today? Let's debunk a myth. Some say Zen's unrealistic, like you're escaping life's demands. Wrong. Zen teachings ground you in reality by embracing change. Sarah didn't ignore her crisis. Her daily Zen reset and mindful reflection pause gave her clarity to act. Calling her friend, tackling work. The Buddha taught, see clearly, act wisely. Sarah faced stress with focus, not panic. Her meditation circle grew, including her sister, who tried resets and felt calmer. Isn't it freeing to know peace helps you handle life, not hide from it? Sarah's practice became her anchor. One snowy evening, after a tough day, she reset, reflected, returned to her breath, felt peace settle. Lisa's cafe circle expanded, with neighbors sharing stories of calm. Sarah's family joined, her mom trying the anchor of why, saying, I'm finding joy again. Zen teachings wove a calmer life, rippling outward. You don't need a flawless practice. 5 minutes, one why, one pause, that's enough. Ready to make calm last? Let's keep exploring ways to free your heart from anxiety's grip. Hey, we've journeyed far with Sarah, our Chicago office worker who turned anxiety into calm through impermanence. From her frantic days to steady mindfulness, she's shown us what's possible. Ever wondered if you could find that peace too? Today, we'll wrap up Sarah's story, tying together the Buddhist wisdom that freed her heart. The Buddha said, all things pass, yet peace remains within. Let's reflect on Sarah's lessons, share one final Zen story, and find a simple way for you to start. Ready to make impermanence your path to calm? Sarah started overwhelmed. Deadlines, bills, racing thoughts. Sound familiar? Her anxiety felt like a permanent shadow. But Zen teachings changed that. She learned impermanence. Nothing lasts, not even worry. Thich Nhat Hanh said, the present is your only home. Sarah's tools, noting practice, daily Zen reset, gratitude pause, weren't magic. They were small steps. Each one helped her see fears as clouds, not stone. Her journey wasn't about erasing anxiety, but living with it lightly. What's one worry you could see as a passing cloud today? Let's recap her transformation. At work, Sarah used the one-moment anchor to stay present in tense meetings. At home, heart space meditation Let her feel emotions without drowning. Her intention anchor and mindful reflection pause built discipline, keeping her practice alive through storms. Each tool, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, showed her that impermanence isn't loss, it's freedom. The Buddha taught, let go, and you are free. Sarah's calmer now, not because life's perfect, but because she flows with its changes. Ever felt that freedom in a quiet moment? A final Buddhist story seals Sarah's lesson. A monk watched a leaf fall, asking his master, why grieve its loss? The master replied, its fall feeds the earth, its beauty lives on. Sarah saw her worries like that leaf, fleeting, yet part of a bigger cycle. Bills, arguments, fears. They pass, feeding growth. Impermanence taught her to cherish the now, not cling to what fades. This mindset cut her anxiety's grip, letting her live fully. What's one fading worry you could release to grow? Sarah's practice grew beyond her. Her meditation circle with Lisa spread, drawing neighbors, co-workers, even her family. One evening, her mom joined, using the gratitude pause to find joy amid stress. Sarah shared her story at a community center, inspiring strangers to try a daily Zen reset. Zen teachings rippled outward, proving calm is contagious. The Buddha said, one heart's peace lights the world. Sarah's not a guru. She's proof small steps work. Ever thought your calm could inspire someone else? Let's tackle a myth some say meditation's too hard, like you need hours or a monk's focus. Wrong. Zen teachings meet you where you are. Sarah started with 5 minutes, a breath, a pause. Her tools, 10 seconds for an anchor, 2 minutes for gratitude, fit busy lives. The Buddha taught, start small. The path unfolds. Mindfulness isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. You don't need a temple, just a corner and a moment. Isn't it freeing to know calm is that accessible? So, how can you start? Try Sarah's simplest tool, the 5-minute Zen. Each day, sit quietly, breathe slowly, notice your thoughts without fighting them. Say, this is passing. If you skip a day, reset tomorrow. Add one gratitude pause. Name 3 things you're thankful for. Zen master Pema Chodron said, you are enough right now. This practice, grounded in impermanence, builds calm over time. Sarah did it, and her life changed. Want to try 5 minutes tonight? What's one thing you're grateful for already? But what if life's too chaotic? Sarah faced that too. Crises, doubts, dips. Her anchor of why, less anxiety, more joy, kept her going. When she faltered, she'd return, breathe, recommit. Zen teachings say, the present is always waiting. You don't need a perfect schedule. A pause in traffic, a quiet coffee break, that's enough. Sarah's moment of return helped her restart anywhere. It's like a reset button for your heart. Ever paused in a busy day and felt the world slow down? Sarah's story shows impermanence is a gift. Worries pass, joys pass, but you can choose presence. One day, she sat on her balcony, watching snow fall, thinking, this moment's enough. Her anxiety, once a roar, was now a whisper. She wasn't cured, but she was free. Free to live, love, laugh without clinging. The Buddha taught, peace is here now. Sarah's community circle grew, her calm touching lives. You can start that ripple too. What's one small step you could take today? Here's your call to action. Make impermanence your ally. Start with the 5-minute Zen, just one day. Add a gratitude pause, maybe a moment of return when stress hits. Write your why. Why do you want calm? Keep it close, like Sarah's journal. Zen teachings aren't rules, they're invitations. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "Smile, breathe, go slowly. You don't need to be Sarah. You're already enough." Try it. See what shifts. Ready to take that first breath? What's stopping you from starting now? Sarah's journey ends here, but yours is just beginning. Her story proves that impermanence can free your heart, one moment at a time. From her Chicago apartment to her community circle, she's shown us how to live lightly. The Buddha said, "The path is in your heart. You've got everything you need: a breath, a moment, a why." Let's make peace a habit, not a dream. Pick one tool, start today, and watch your calm grow. Who knows? Maybe your peace will light someone else's flame.